Hey guys, welcome to the webinar on revenue growth. And the question really is, do you want to attract more qualified leads? Do you want to attract better qualified leads who are willing to spend money with your business? If that's you, if you are indeed looking to attract more qualified leads and grow your revenue, then you're in the right place. Now, before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Drew Burks. I'm a husband, father, brother, and a dog lover, first and foremost. I dwell in possibility every moment of the day. Professionally speaking, I'm an entrepreneur and business owner who is super passionate about sharing my knowledge of online marketing, marketing automation, and strategic business development with those who are looking for ways to grow their business and their revenue. And today on this webinar, I'm going to keep this very, very short. I'm going to cover three things with you today. One, I'm going to share with you how to increase the ROI on your marketing and advertising. Two, I'm going to share with you one very, very simple strategy that you can implement today to capture more leads on your website. And lastly, I'm going to share with you one simple strategy for getting more qualified leads from Facebook. So, if you are currently doing any marketing and advertising, whether it's online or offline, I'm going to show you a very simple strategy of how you can increase the ROI on that marketing. And at that point, you'll have a choice, right? You can either reduce your expenses because you're getting a higher yield, or you can invest more and get a higher yield. So you'll have some flexibility there. And after speaking to hundreds of business owners, the reason I want to share this is a lot of business owners tell me they just feel stuck. They feel like they don't have options. So this one strategy is going to give you the option of reducing expenses or spending more because you're going to make more. The next thing is, if you have a website right now, I'm going to show you how you can attract more leads, better leads, more qualified leads with your existing website. Now, some of you will be on WordPress and you'll be totally stoked. If you still have an old school website or something that's built on hand-coded or on another platform, you'll be able to implement these strategies, but you may need to depend on your web designer to help you with that. Depending on, of course, if you have the skill sets to do that coding. And three, the last strategy I'm going to share is how to get more qualified leads on Facebook. So we've all heard about how great Facebook is with 1 billion people on there. The question is there really an ROI? And I believe the answer is absolutely, emphatically yes. And I'm going to show you a strategy of how to start to determine that ROI for your business. So I have a question. Where's your business? Right now, every business goes through these 5 stages, and I want you to just pay attention to these 5 stages and be really honest with yourself. Where are you currently in your business? So the first stage is the dream, the seed idea, like, when you first had the idea about this business and your dream about how you were going to start it and what it was going to be like and what it was going to be like 3 years, 5 years, 10, 20 years down the road. Second stage is the startup chaos. So if you're in business or you're an entrepreneur, you know well about the startup. It's just chaotic. There's very few systems and processes in place. Everything is changing. Excuse me. The third stage is the stability and survival, right? You've made it through the chaos. You're just trying to survive. You're trying to find a way to stabilize your business, to stabilize the pipeline of new business, trying to stabilize the income and the cash flow. And then the fourth stage, of course, is the growth and the wealth. So you've made it through the dream stage and the chaos of the startup, and you've been able to stabilize the business. Now, the fourth stage is, how do you grow this business? How do you actually start to generate wealth? And it's really between 3 and 4 where what I find is entrepreneurs who make it, who succeed, they find a way to shift from the mentality or the mindset of working in their business to working on their business. And then fifth, for a lot of businesses, is the exit strategy. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners typically will say, I have no plan of selling my business. And I want to tell you, I was that guy. And through coaches and mentors that I hired, what I learned was, regardless if you ever plan to sell your business or not, you really need to start building the business from the ground up with an exit strategy in mind. And there are many reasons for that, but the purest and simplest of reasons would be, when you build something with an exit strategy, you you're forced to do so with this ability of replacing yourself and building it around systems and processes or other people, not solely yourself. So trying to keep this webinar no frills, no fluff, no BS, just straight to the three things. So if you are currently doing paid advertising, you want to pay attention. If you're not doing paid advertising but you've thought about it, you want to pay attention. If you are not doing paid advertising, you don't want to pay any advertising, go check your email or do something for the next 2 or 3 minutes. So here's the 2 most common paid ads. The first one is Google pay-per-click. If you're not familiar with what Google pay-per-click is, it's simply the ads that you see on the right side of the page when you do a Google search, and typically the top 1 to 3 results, they're usually in a shaded yellow box at the very top. The second type is Facebook. And again, it's pay-per-click, typically pay per impression on Facebook. And again, they're the ads you see on the right-hand side. So, are you doing any paid ads? If you're not, I encourage you to consider. The great thing about paid ads is it's a great way to jumpstart a business. You can pay for ads and get traffic today and typically generate income today. Now, here's a bonus tip. Excuse me. Retargeting ads are absolutely awesome. Now, this is not a course on advertising and how to set up and manage campaigns. I'm going to teach you how to get a better ROI on your existing ads. But bonus tip, Google retargeting ads. There's perfectaudience.com and AdRoll. What they effectively do is they place your web banner, an advertisement for your company, on thousands of websites out there, and they show them to the people who have already visited your site. So if I go to your website today, and then later for the next week or month I'm searching other sites online, I will start to see your ads promoting me. And so what that does is it gives me the perception that you are way bigger, way more successful than you probably are, because I'm like, holy cow, this person's advertising everywhere. They must be successful. So here's how you get the better ROI. It's really simple. Stop paying to send traffic to your homepage. Stop paying to send traffic to your Facebook wall. Here's what I mean. Most people have a website about, chiropractic, and they run ads about how to get 30% off my first visit. But then they send me to their homepage or their website that tells me everything about their website except for how I quickly make an appointment and save 30% off my first visit. Another example might be if you pay to send traffic to your Facebook wall where all your awesome posts and comments are there, but on the wall there's no way for me to engage. I mean, I can engage with you, but there's no way for me to give you permission to market with me. So a better use of that would be that you send me to a dedicated landing page with an opt-in form. And all opt-in form means is you simply give me a way to give you my name and email or name, email, and phone number. Whatever data you choose you want from me, you give me the opportunity to give that to you. So an offline example of this would be that tends to make the point really well is if I walk into a clothing department store, and I'll use Nordstrom's because I'm here in San Diego. If I walk into Nordstrom's, it's 4 or 5 stories high, and inevitably, the salesperson greets me and says, "Hi, welcome to Nordstrom's. Can I help you?" And if I say, "Sure, I'm looking to purchase a pair of dress shoes for myself, size 9, 9.5, depending on the way the shoe fits, black, slip-on, square toe." Now, what can happen, right, is that salesperson can say, "Sure thing, welcome to Nordstrom's, take the escalator, go to level 3, you'll find them there." That's a really great answer. An even better answer, though, would be to say, "Sure, take the escalator right here, go to level 3, exit, walk off to your right, go down to the end of that aisle, and you'll see the shoes there on your left-hand side." Now, the men's slip-on shoes, square toe, will be on the second set of shelves, third shelf from the bottom, about eye level. That's a much better use of that salesperson time because they have listened to what I was interested in. That's the equivalent of me doing a search and finding an ad. By my saying, "Sure, you can help me," that's effectively me clicking on that ad. And that person sending me exactly where to go would be the equivalent of sending me to dedicated landing page with opt-in form that talks specifically about what I was interested in. So moving on, website. I hear over and over and over, I have a website, I spent really great money on it, or I'm paying good money for it every month, but it's not producing the leads that I want. So here are some really simple questions for you. Is your site on WordPress? If yes, great. If not, move it to WordPress. Trust me, and I'm not involved with WordPress. WordPress is free. Move your site to WordPress. Next questions. Do you have a blog? If yes, great. Do you have a content or editorial content? Are you publishing consistent, relevant, informational, educational, valuable content on a consistent basis? If so, fabulous. If not, you need to do this. Now, planning a content and editorial calendar doesn't have to be complicated. It does take some thought. You need to sit down. I recommend that you try to do 1 month in advance, and then try to do a quarter, and then try to do 6 months, and then try to do a year. But first start with a month. And think about, excuse me for coffee in here. To plan out your content, what you want to do is you want to think about all the different content types of information. So it could be industry news, it could be something new and exciting, it could be content could be about your specific business or your practice. It could be promoting clients. It could be endorsing products and or related items, affiliated items that have to do with your business and the other businesses or products or consumables that your clients are purchasing. And then, do you have a lead magnet on your website? So a lead magnet, I'm going to show you some examples shortly, but a lead magnet, again, is simply an opt-in form. So the most common one that you see on people's websites today still is opt-in for my newsletter or join my mailing list. Here's what I want you to think about. When is the last time you woke up, got out of bed, and said to yourself, gee, I need to find a new newsletter or a list to join? We don't do that. What we do is we search the internet for answers to our questions, solutions to our problems. Your lead magnet needs to offer that to me, or at least some teaser information or the first 3 steps in that, so that I will opt in. Opt in means I've given you my name and email and permission to market to me. That's where email marketing comes in. Now, there's a rule of thumb, and again, this is not a course on email marketing right now, but there is a rule of thumb. I've never seen this fail since 2009 when I was a brand new beginner, newbie into online marketing. For every email on your list, you should be able to generate an additional $1 per month in revenue. Excuse me. So if you have 100 emails on your list, you should have $100 a month in revenue. 1,000 people, $1,000 in revenue per month. Do you have analytics installed on your website? The reason analytics are really important is because you want to know how many people are visiting your site, where they're coming from, what keywords they're typing into the search engines to find you, and how long they're staying there, and what pages they're abandoning or bouncing from. Now here's a tip. What makes your website profitable is not what you see on the front end. It's what you don't see on the back end. So if I see your website, lots of websites look beautiful, they're aesthetically designed perfectly. They don't have the opt-in, which means they haven't given me the permission to, haven't allowed me to give you permission to market to me, which means you have no marketing system on the back end. And one thing to think about, if you're in an industry like real estate or chiropractic or massage or mortgage industry, anything that is a big niche, meaning you have lots of competition, if you purchase a template website, it makes it very tough for you to have a USP, a unique selling proposition, when your online presence is the same as every other business owner in your niche. Now I'm going to give you an example. Over the last month, I personally looked at about 1,200 chiropractic websites. What I have found is the overwhelming majority, to the tune of easily 70% of them, are typically one of 3 or 4 chiropractic sites. Now, prior to going through and looking at these sites, I will tell you I knew nothing about the world of being a chiropractor. After looking at 200 or 300 of them, I quickly realized that most of them looked the exact same, and that's how I discovered that they're all using the same 3 or 4 website template companies. So I don't know you, but I have faith that if you're watching this video right now, You are unique. You have special talents and gifts and interests that you want to share with your clients, your members, your patients. So you need to make sure your online presence conveys that. Now, and to be more specific on your website, I want you to look at your website and ask yourself, what are the possible outcomes on your website? Now, after looking at, again, about 1,200 chiropractor websites and probably about another 3,000 or 4,000 small business websites, what I've found is the three most common outcomes are someone can find your phone number, someone can find your email, although I will say about 50% of websites don't have email on them, which is unfortunate, and or they can fill out a generic contact form. So here's a question. Do you have any blog posts? If you do, are you using those blog posts in a strategic manner to generate and capture and attract more leads? If not, you need to start doing so. Do you have any lead magnets? Are you offering anything of value? And do you have any products? Products are amazing. Products are a path to freedom. Products allow you to generate income without spending time. So if you're in a service trade business, it's a very natural business. It's a very easy business model to get into. Any of us can do it, trading time for money. The problem is we all only have 24 hours in a day, which means that our business model is not scalable unless we expand and take on extraordinary overhead by hiring people and training people to do what we do. So again, if I were a chiropractor, I'd hire other chiropractors. If I was a real estate broker, I'd hire other real estate agents. If I was an insurance broker, I'd hire insurance agents, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, do you know if you have analytics? Do you know how many people visit your site every day, every week, every month? And if so, are you tracking the amount of people who call, email, and set appointments from your website? If you're not, you need to do that. Remember, we can't improve what we don't measure. So here's a really quick diagram for you. If you're running ads, you're driving the ads to your website. And how many people are clicking on that ad to visit your website? So what's the cost per click to visit your site? So I have an assumption. If you spend $100 a month and you get 100 clicks to your site, right, you've effectively spent $1 per click. So you've paid $1 to get someone to visit your site. Now, here are some different options, right? What percentage of them, again, pick up the phone and call you? What percentage of them email you? What percentage of them use the contact form? I can see there some of my texts have been cut off in the buttons. What percentage of them request an appointment with you? What percentage of them just leave the site? The terminology is bounce. So Google says that you and I have 3 seconds to capture the website visitor's attention. So here's some assumptions for you. And these are being, I think, very fair. If 10% of them pick up the phone and call you, generate 10 prospects from that $100. If 10% emailed you, you'd get 10. If 10% use the contact form, 10. If 20% request an appointment, you'd have 20 appointments, leaving 50% who would just leave and bounce. And if you don't have an opt-in, then the answer is 0. If you do have an opt-in, then you would be able to tell this by knowing how many new emails you generated. So I want you to start thinking about your web presence down to this level because you want to track everything. And the reason is the real cost is this. What's the cost of your monthly ad spend? What's the cost per click to visit to your site? And what's the purchase value of a customer? Like, what's their first time purchase? Is it $10, $20, $50, $100? And what's the lifetime value of the customer? When you understand these metrics, you can then determine what the lost revenue potential is to that 50% who just bounced off of your website. So again, here's that same diagram. And what I want you to think about next is within your business, so you can generate more revenue and attract more leads, is what happens after they call you? What happens after they email you? What happens if they use the contact form? What happens if they use the free consultation form? What happens if they just leave your site? And what happens if they opt in for a free download? So you want to think about these things. And you want to take some time and note it out, map it out, and I will show you in a moment what that kind of looks like. So how many leads do you get from your site? How do you get them? And do you have systems and processes in place to deal with that? Are they new, repeat, prospects, etc.? So here's some ways of how you attract more qualified leads. Here's an example of on your website you could have free instant access. So that headline could be free report, free report revealing 7 reasons why you should get chiropractic adjustments. 3 reasons why you should use, X to fill your cavities. I'm not a dentist, so I can't think of the exact example, but the 3 ways to generate more income, the 4 ways to quit smoking, etc. Whatever the headline should be, relevant to your business, relevant to your audience, relevant to what they were searching for, and of enough perceived value that they will opt in their first name, last name, email. Now this person on this form is actually asking some qualifying questions. I recommend on the first stage you typically ask for first name and email. Here's another example. This is an example on Facebook. Running contest. This person is using a surfboard giveaway, and what happens? His traffic goes to this page, not his wall. It forces you to like the page, enter your email, and then share it. Here's another example. This is an example I did for a client that has a Spanish product. So we were able to create this page in Spanish, and the yellow button, if you speak Spanish, you know what it says, but if you don't, it translates to, click here. When they click here, they get some information delivered to them. She captures their email, and all is great. So on Facebook, how are you using Facebook? Are you using it just to post, what you did for dinner last night? Are you using it to promote yourself and endorse yourself and sell? Or are you using it to engage your audience? Are you using it to generate leads? Are you using it to run ads? Here's a very simple example. You want to focus on the right fans, you want to offer something of value, and you want to follow up with them. So at the very bottom in the green, you see an example of a follow-up sequence. This was actually from a Facebook contest. That when they entered the contest, they got an email, waited a couple days, sent them an email on Tuesday, waited a couple days, sent an email on Thursday, and then on Friday, it reminded them to share, and then reminded them to show up on the Facebook page at 5 p.m. to announce a winner. That stimulated quite a bit of interest and new likes to the page, as well as it generated several highly targeted email prospects. Which brings us to email marketing. What system are you using? The great thing about email marketing is it's what sits behind your website. So remember, what you see is not what makes your website profitable, it's what you don't see. So when someone opts into your website, it triggers email marketing. Email marketing is used to nurture, build trust, and ultimately sell product, whether product is your services or tangible products or affiliate products. So here's what I want to share with you. I want to leave you with how I can help you, how you can help yourself today. This is a very limited time offer. What I want to do is I want to set up 3 custom website lead capture pages for you to attract more qualified leads to your business. In addition to that, I want to set up 3 custom Facebook lead capture pages to attract more qualified leads to your business. So that's a total of 6 different income, new lead magnet, lead attraction systems. So that's 6 different ways to generate leads. So this is, of course, in addition to what you're already doing. And what's great about it is with each of these pages, I will be able to provide you the analytics, how many people viewed them, how many leads you generated from them, etc. And then last but not least, I want to show you and give you an automated marketing follow-up system blueprint, one that I implement in all of my businesses as well as with all of my private consulting clients. And what's great, when you automate your marketing, it will do all of the selling for you. So today only, again, this is an offer, this is Friday, this is my pre-Halloween feel-good mode, if you will. You can take advantage of this incredible offer for a one-time payment of $297. So total, if you add all of this up for 3 months, the 6 different custom lead capture pages, over 3 months, that's $1,897 in value. So today, you can get these 6 pages in this automated marketing follow-up system blueprint for only $297. So act today, you can save $1,600, and as a very, very special bonus, for all of you who take advantage of this offer right now, once you get signed up, shoot me an email with a subject that just says something like, hey, Drew, signed up. Drew, looking forward to it, whatever. Just something to call my attention that you've taken the action, you've signed up. I will respond to you, and I will personally jump on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 30-minute consultation via phone or Skype, and I will get to know a little bit about your business, and I will give you a specific strategy above and beyond how to use these that can make an immediate impact in your net profit. So thank you for sticking with me all this time. Apologize for all the coughing, still getting over a cold, but take action. Let me set these pages up for you, and let me help you use these 6 pages for the next 3 months, and let me show you what kind of positive result this can make in both the number of clients you have and ultimately your net profits and the revenue that you have. If you have any questions, email me or call me, no problems. But let me help you generate more revenue and more clients. Thank you.